Hey everybody, today I'm here to do a video tutorial on how I do my concealer as well as my foundation because some people have been asking. On my page I I had a picture taken of when I had done my concealer, and I had done like a V shape down on the sides and said this is the way that you should be doing your concealer. So a lot of people asked me to do a video about it, so here I am to do a video. I already have my eye makeup done. All I have left to do is just the rest of my face makeup, so I'm just going to walk you through as I do it. So the first thing that I use is my concealer is Bobbi Brown, and I have a corrector, and that goes on first, and then I have my concealer and my powder. So basically what I do is I take my corrector, which comes separately in its own little case. And this is normally somewhere, I think for both of them it costs somewhere around 50, something like that. So it comes in a case just like this, and it's a little off of what your natural color is, but it's supposed to be like that because it's going to correct the color that you have under here, so that when you put your concealer on, it's going to do that much better with the coverage. So what you do is you go in, and I'm kind of going to look both directions. I have a little mirror set up. You go in and you just kind of put that on where you would normally put your concealer. Just in the little circle part underneath your eyes. And what's nice about doing it when you already have your eye makeup done is any little imperfections, like going out here this way, because I got a little eye makeup that way, you can go ahead and do that. But you see I'm only staying in this area, and I'm not adding a ton on. I'm just doing, so you can kind of see the difference with this eye compared to this eye with that on there. So that is it with just the corrector on, and it already has made a difference. So I go ahead and I take a little bit more off my corrector, and I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye. I always start down at the bottom part of my eye, right around here, because that seems to be where I always have the darkest circles and my bags are the worst. So I go in there, and you can see very smoothly I go underneath where I already have put eyeliner, and I just work the corrector in there. Don't forget this area. A lot of people like to forget right in here. Let me move my brush. You have bags in there. Get that covered. So go ahead and put that in there and just smooth it out. And again, I didn't go back in and put any more than what I originally put on my brush. So you can already see under my eyes already look a ton brighter than what they did before. So that was the corrector. I'm done with my corrector. Using the same brush, I'm not wiping it off or anything like that. I'm going to go in, and this is how it comes. You have your concealer right here, which is close to your skin tone, and then your powder, which goes on afterwards, that sets it. And here's where the diamond shape comes in. So I'm just taking it on my brush like I did before. I'm going to go straight down from the duct of my eye to about mid-cheek, so you can see mid-cheek. Go out from the corner of my eye, and I'm going to go straight down, and I'm going to meet it. So you can see that I've made a V on my face. So what I'm going to do now is, I haven't taken any more on my thing. I'm just going to take what I have, and I'm going to fill in that V. And again, up by the top, being careful. And this doesn't have to be like a perfect line V, but what you're doing is, if you want to go in later and do more contouring, you're already setting yourself up for that. So you're going in there. Don't forget to get in here by the tear duct, up on the side of your nose, and you're just filling in that V. Make sure that you're using just what is already there and just rubbing it in, because the more product you put on, the heavier your face is going to look, and it's going to drag your face down, and we're trying to fight gravity. So this side is done as far as my V goes. So now I'm going to get some more on my brush, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing. I'm going down along the side of my nose, and I'm coming down the other side, like so. See? I'm not going to take any more on my brush because if you can see there, it's a little heavier. Oops. It's not used to this camera. Right here, where I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to blend that part out. Under my eye, because I already have my eyeliner and my mascara on. I'm going to make sure that I get up here in the duct, and then I'm just going to brush it through. And make sure that you fill in that whole diamond. And it's nice to do this afterwards if you were doing some sort of cat eye, because then you could go even more out this way and make sure that you are getting that fine line that you're looking for. But I'm not doing a cat eye today. I just want to make sure that underneath is nice and taken care of. So there's my concealer. So if I just left it, of course, that would be silly and I'd look like a hot mess. I'm going to use my powder in here. I'll come back to that to use the powder. But I have the Beauty Blender, which I've already gotten a little bit damp and it's already spread a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap. I'm just tapping it in. And the only reason I'm not looking 100% at the camera the whole time is because my camera isn't that good yet. So I can't always see as good as I can in my lit up mirror that I have in front of me. But I like the Beauty Blender because it's got the little tips. So to get in this area in here, you just be gentle with it. Make sure you're working right in those corners. You want to make sure you're getting the corners done. And again, we're just tapping. I'm not swiping anything. Just tap, 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 tap. And see how you can see the difference already? One side blended, this side's not blended. I didn't go in and do anything harsh with it, so I'm just going to go in and do this side. And the thing with the Beauty Blender, a lot of people have asked, well, what is the Beauty Blender? Basically what the Beauty Blender is it's a sponge that starts out smaller, and I have two of them so I can show you the smaller one. And you get it wet, depending on how dewy you want the final look to be. Some people use it to put on their foundation and everything, and their blush and all their looks. I personally just like it for underneath my eyes because I like to be able to get in here. But as wet or as damp as you get it is how dewy you're going to get your final look. So you can see it's all blended in. I don't have those little circles under my eyes because if you look back at the first video I ever did on BH Cosmetics, it's very clear that I had a white circle under my eye, and that's because I was doing my concealer the opposite way. I would just do right underneath my circle or right here, and that was it. Well, after learning some things and doing some research and doing some different practices on myself, I learned that I needed to be going down all the way. So then what I do is I go ahead and I take my, because it's summertime and it's Florida, I use my Laura Mercier oil-free tinted moisturizer. That's what I use as my foundation right now. So I don't have any serious blemishes. I don't have any serious skin issues. So what I do is I take it, and if you can see, I just squirt some on my hand. I don't like to dot it on my face because I feel like once it's on your face, it's there. You can't take it off. But if it's on my hand, then I can add as I need it, and I don't have so much on my face that I don't know what to do with it. What I take and I use that I absolutely love to do foundation with, no matter what type, is my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush. It's super soft. It's got the flat top. It's synthetic, so it's not going to suck in all of my product that I'm using. So what I do is I have it on my hand, so I'll just take a little bit like that. It's on the corner of my brush. Ooh, where's the camera? There we go, corner of my brush. And what I do is I just dab it in this area, and I will just work and blend it. I go over where I have put my foundation, but I don't go up as high. Get the cheeks, get the jawline. It goes on so smooth with this Kabuki brush. It's awesome. So then I need a little bit more, so I get a little more off my, and I'm going to go ahead and do this side. Put it on my nose. I'm not adding any product. I'm just taking what I already have and I'm spreading it throughout. That way I'm guaranteed that I'm not using more than what I need. Because if I were to have dotted it on, there's a good chance that I may have more on than I need, which is a no-no because it makes you look more overdone, fake, and it weighs down your skin. Always want to get in there. I'm not a big fan of doing your neck the whole thing, but I do want to make sure that I get my jawline. Take a little bit more. I've gotten pretty good at guesstimating how much I need, so that's why I don't really need, I kind of use it all. Use my forehead, or put it on my forehead. I'm not putting any on my eyebrows because I've already done those with my eye makeup. And I just go ahead and I buff it in with my Kabuki brush. Again, I'm not putting anything extra on here. These brushes are just so wonderful that you don't need a lot, and it works it into your skin nicely. So you can see the difference already from when I start it to when I end it. And if you have a little extra, I just always like to go like this along the sides because I feel like it just gives my eyes that extra little lift that we're all looking for. And again, you didn't see me putting any up in here. Down in here is fine, but not close up back up by your eye. And really what I'm doing at this point, I'm not adding any product. I'm just making sure that it's all blended in nice. And then what I do is I come back with, let me get a brush here. Here's that powder again. Remember I said that I had the powder, the setting powder for my concealer. So what I do is I take some on my brush and I just go ahead, and it's a light color so that it gives some lightness under your eyes. And I just go ahead and I work it kind of in that V area. Make sure I get up in the corner. Sorry if you hear that thunder, it's Florida. We know it rains every day and it thunderstorms just enough to ruin your day, and then it stops and goes away. Do a little bit more here. Bring it down. And all this is doing is just setting. It's just setting your foundation. It's setting your, mostly your concealer, because I have another powder that I use to set my overall powder. But there you go. That is my foundation and my concealer. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Took a little longer on camera because I have to figure out how to look and where to look. But really, in real time, I could probably get it done in less than 2 minutes. So if you have any questions specifically about your concealer or a good concealer to buy, I've tried tons. I've tried tons of tinted moisturizers, tons of foundations, different brushes, different ways to apply it. Let me know down in the comments. And again, I'll link you to my Instagram and my Facebook page, so go ahead and like those so you can follow me on there. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let me know what else you want to know about, and I would be more than willing to do a video for it. Bye!